The presenters are ready, so we will begin very soon. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Donview. My name is Caleb.
And I'm Andre. We've gathered here today to observe the annual National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women.
This is also referred as White Ribbon Day.
Today, we want to do 3 things as a school.
Number 1, recognize the impact of violence against women. Number 2, remember those who were killed 36 years ago. And number 3, reflect on what we can do to prevent it from happening again.
Mr. Niarchos and Medelius Bastion are now going to share with us why this day is significant.
Mr. Niarchos is not here, so I will read his part. On December 6, 1989, 13 female students and a female administrator from l'École Polytechnique de Montréal were murdered because they were women. The shocking impact of their deaths led Parliament to designate December 6th as a National Day of Remembrance, starting in 1991. Over 30 years later, the effects of this tragedy continue to be felt, and women remain targets because of their gender.
The National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women is about remembering victims. It is also a time to take action. We each have the opportunity and the responsibility to stand against sexism and hatred towards women, and it starts with creating a culture of respect, as well as commemorating the 14 young women whose lives ended in an act of gender-based violence that shocked the nation. December 6th represents an opportunity for Canadians to reflect on the fact that women in Canada and around the world continue to face disproportionate levels of violence each and every day.
Thank you, Mr. Kong and Medelius Bastion, for sharing that. Now, Caroline and Nyla will present a poem called Remember Woman by Reese Leva.
Remember, woman, you were born life giver, miracle creator, magic maker. You were born with the heart of 1,000 mothers, open and fearless and sweet.
You were born with the fire of queen and conquerors, warrior's blood you bleed. You were born with the wisdom of sages and shamans. No wound can you not heal.
You were born the teller of your own tale. Before none should you kneel. You were born with an immeasurable soul, reaching out past infinity.
You were born to desire with passion, abandon, and to name your own destiny. Remember, woman, remember you are more than you see.
Remember, woman, you are loved endlessly.
Remember, woman, your power and grace, the depth of your deep-sea heart. Never forget you are a woman, divine as you have been from the start. I can't get my microphone.
Thank you, Caroline and Nyla. That was very moving. Now Yara and Rehan will explain how December 6th is connected to gender-based violence against Indigenous peoples.
Since this is a solemn assembly, please do not clap after the performances.
Mr. Kong, can I take it off?
Just read NNIWG. Say it. Say it. What is this? Say where you said your name. Go. What the hell are you doing? You're in front of Say it.
Have you seen the letters MMIWG? It stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls.
Violence against women is a worldwide issue, but it shows up in different ways in different cultures and countries. In 2016, the government of Canada launched a national inquiry to try and uncover why so many Indigenous women and girls in Canada were going missing, and to come up with strategies that would prevent this from continuing. The use of red dresses to represent missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls was originated by the Métis artist Jane Black in 2010. In her exhibit, The Red Dress Project, Black displayed over 100 red dresses around the University of Winnipeg campus to raise awareness about this issue. Today, red dress continue to be used across Canada as a representation of the Indigenous women and girls lost to violent crime and as a call for action to prevent future violence.
Thank you for sharing that. While today we take time to think about all the victims of violence against women, we will specifically honor the victims of December 6th by learning a little bit about them and reading their names to you.
They were young women, university students studying to be engineers. They liked sports, played musical instruments, and won scholarships. They had families, people who they loved, and who loved them. They had hobbies, favorite foods, hopes, and dreams. It was all cut short far too soon because of hate.
In a solemn spirit of remembrance, Yara and Rehan will now read off the names of the victims.
The victims of the 1989 massacre were Geneviève Bergeron, age 21. Hélène Colgon, age 23. Nathalie Croteau, age 23. Barbara Daignon, age 22. Anne Marie Edward, age 21. Maud Havernick, age 29. Maryse Lagagné, age 25.
Maryse Leclin, age 23. Anne-Marie Lemay, age 22. Sonia Pletier, age 23. Michelle Richard, age 21. Annie Saint Arnault, age 23. Annie Turcotte, age 21. Barbara Kluchnik Vidavich, age 31. Now we ask you to please stand for a moment of silence to honor the women who lost their lives in the horrific event, and for all those who are still suffering from gender-based violence and hatred towards women. Please stand.
May we always remember their names and may their stories inspire us to work together to build a better society. Thank you, and please be seated.
Now we come to the third part of our time today. Reflect. What can you and I do?
First of all, never stay silent on any form of violence against women. If you see it happening, be more than just a bystander standing by. Be an ally by interrupting it immediately and directly.
Tell the perpetrator to stop their behavior. This can be as simple as saying, "That's not funny," to a sexist joke, or "Stop that." This approach often stops the violence quickly.
If you need to avoid a confrontation, you could create a diversion. For example, you could spill a drink, ask the victim an unrelated question, or otherwise interrupt the interaction.
Another thing you could do is seek help from a trusted individual. It could be a teacher, parent, or coach. If the situation is serious enough, don't be afraid to call the police.
Finally, support the victim. If you can't intervene right away, check in with the person later. Listen to them, believe them, and help them access resources if they are ready.
If you don't see any violence around you, you could still make a difference. Listen carefully to what you hear around you and speak out when you hear sexist or discriminatory language, jokes, or music that normalize sexual assault or stereotypes.
Be open to conversations about healthy relationships, consent, and boundaries. Engage men and boys as allies to challenge toxic masculinity and reject violent behaviors.
Lastly, there's an action we can do that we will practice right now. Let's learn to recognize the signal of help, a one-handed signal used discreetly by domestic violence survivors. If you see safely check in with the person to find out what they need you to do, but do not assume they want you to call the police immediately. Let's try it out now. Mr. T will show us how to do it.
Okay, sorry, Mr. T is not here today. Without talking, just try to put your thumb in the middle of your hand, okay? You're going to fold your four fingers in front of your thumb, okay? This is a signal, this is a sign that is very serious. If you are feeling or you know if someone is suffering from violence against women, and like the student said, you don't need to call the police, but try to find out more about it. Try to find out if that person needs help or if there's anything you can do. This is something that has been used in social media, so take it very seriously, because if you post this, someone might think that you are in danger and they will try to do something about it and help you. Okay? One thing that I'd like you to try also is try to do it, sit on the edge of the bench and just try to do it this way. Okay? Because sometimes if somebody is walking and they're not able to talk to you and they're not able to say anything and you see someone doing this, okay, they're asking for help. Okay? Please be mindful about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alegria. Every year on this day, Canadian flags on all federal buildings, including the Peace Tower on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, are flown at half-mast. Canadians are encouraged to observe a minute of silence on December 6th and to wear a white or purple ribbon as a commitment to end violence against women.
If you chose to wear a white ribbon for White Ribbon Day, it symbolizes your solidarity with women and your commitment to take action.
This concludes today's event. Mr. Kong will now give us his final thoughts and instructions for dismissal.
Thank you, students. As we reflect on the events of the past, we remember that we have an obligation each day to treat each other with respect. Violence against women is a national tragedy. We can make a positive change through our everyday choices. Choose respect. Thank you to Madel, Mr. Hann, Mr. Alegria, Caleb, Andre, Caroline, Nyla, Sadie, Yara, Rayhan, and the tech crew for their efforts in creating a memorable assembly. This is the conclusion of our assembly. We will exit the cafeteria quietly. Please look to your teacher before getting up for the signal to start exiting. Thank you.